Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. No rest for the wicked. It seems we have managed to join on in for the other semi-finals match here in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series Midweek number 5. And this is the time it's between Integral.RBL and the faction AU. Now, unfortunately for them and fortunate for us, they actually didn't manage to start off any of these games due to connection issues and whatnot. So they were able to now start on in. Hardpoint destroyed the same rotation as previous. And we're on board with them already, as they're already a couple of kills trading off really early on. You have, of course, for the teams, the faction AU, you got Luke, Barney, Resin, Swifty. For the team of Integral.RBL, you got Excite, Lakey, Perko, and Vanish. Right now, we do have the hardpoint in control by Verenzen as he gets taken down by Lakey here. As just trying to swap over to Lakey quickly, who's currently in this hardpoint. He's trying to just defend this one. And he does have a couple of his teammates there. They actually did get tagged on with the nade. But either way, this initial hardpoint, as we saw in that previous series, as you normally see on the hardpoint destroy itself, it's that cluster point. But we still do somehow manage to see just a little bit of time just scraping away towards one particular team. Now it has swapped over to green, and we do have the team of the faction AU setting up and just gaining that hilltop.
Yeah, that's the case with Integral making as much as the previous hardpoint as they could, but it wasn't enough. But currently Excite making some good plays on the hardpoint, defending it as much as possible. Players coming from all sides, makes a bit of a team kill there, not good enough I guess, but look at that kill feed, it is all Integral taking out the faction. So at the moment it looks like a lot of kills coming in for them, which is good to see. Excite going 11 for 4. Definitely some slaying power early on in this one. But as you were saying before, that first hardpoint is so just clustered and so small that it's really hard to control. But all of a sudden with the second hardpoint, it's finally it's swapping over, yes, but it is a long time before it swaps over. But going into Garage now, we're going to see, I think, the faction make a very good defensive stance on this hardpoint.
I don't think I really should even be choosing players at the moment, because every player seems to swap to either dies or will die shortly after. More to the fact that there's so many kills just being lit up. You can see it on the kill feed. It's just lighting up like crazy. And Swifty has managed to survive for longer than 15 seconds. So he's going to give a plus for that one. Luke and Barney, though, just tearing up over on this battlefield because, I mean, they're the whole reason. I mean, Barney just continuing to dominate. Now, I swapped over Swifty and he died. So that's not going to be on my fault. But I've swapped over to Barney because I just need to see how this guy's going to be playing. I mean, he was able to pick off another kill. And, I mean, the genetics it runs in the family. Well, that could be a factor, just a little bit of a factor. But I mean, we're going to see here that all of a sudden the faction have really started to get control of this one. It's definitely going to help them in the long run as they are making quite a big margin here start to increase. But as soon as I say that, Vanish gets onto that hard point. Excite and Perko trying to hold it as much as possible. Laker, I think, drops out of the game there, which is really unfortunate. So it is going to be a 3v4 situation. I'm not sure if you noticed that, viewers, but currently it is so hotly contested there. Luke, I'm able to have a few points on that current hill, but not much in it really in terms of how long each team's holding it. It's not really staying within one team's grasp for a very long period of time, but the previous hardpoint was held by the faction long enough that they just have that lead. That they do, and I mean, especially now playing 4v3, they really do have that numbers advantage, but it doesn't seem to stop them. I mean, Barney's just, I don't want to leave this guy's point of view. I'm just going to stick on board with it for the remainder of the game. I mean, I think he deserves it at the end of the day. He's going 18-9. He's on a 5 streak at the moment. He's going to be going over into this schoolyard here. He's going to pick off another kill. His teammates just waiting for it. He's going to clean up another. Can he go for the third? He gets tagged. He nearly picks off the kill, and he's finally going to get taken down by a rogue nade there by Vanish. So either way, these young guns are tearing up. Luke also, I didn't mention him earlier because I was on board with Barney's screen, but he's also got 21 kills. They're battling out to see who will get the most kills. 21, 22. It's just rotating between them by 1 kills difference.
And Barney, I think, is that player that's going to be the difference here. I mean, he is just being in work, not only in slaying, but also in the objective. So he seems to be that player that can do everything perfectly. I mean, a lot of players are all round okay, but Barney
is just doing everything perfectly. There is not a fault in his playstyle at the moment. I mean, look at that with the ASM-1. His aim is unbeatable at nearly any range there. Unfortunately, he gets dropped. But we're back to that first hub. Once again, the clustered, very claustrophobic space where kills go down left, right, and center. Luca doing all he can to hold it. Trying to win this race with Barney for the most kills as you were talking about before. Barney currently leading with 27 to his name. And still no Lakey, as currently Integral are just not having much luck. I should say they are 120 points behind. Yes, they still have 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, but that is going to be a difficult ask.
It is, and you know, I do want to jump on board with the team of Integral Rebellion to see, you know, their point of views in this, but it does have to. It is rough playing in a 3v4 environment. You really do got to feel for them. They are currently down 208 points to 64 as they try to rotate early over into Grin. Unfortunately, the faction team, they were able to go on in and just clear it out. The players really just are dropping, and at the moment, I think some of these classes coming out really might not be the most serious of classes from the Integral side, but regardless, I mean, they're still playing it out. 222 points, 264, 3.5 minutes remaining. At this rate, we only need another 23 seconds, but still, it's incredibly one-sided since that 3v4. But before that, I just wanted to point out, you know, because it is still relevant for the next map, that the overall, you know, the overall map was still going. You know, it was at the very beginning, the first few minutes, or first 2 minutes rather, we're going back and forth. That first hard point went over, it was within 10 points. The second one that came over, and then the faction started just pulling away with Luke and Barney just being able to just dominate in terms of those kills. And then they were able to just keep that going strong, and then the timeout happened. Then they were able to just pile on those points. Integral Rebellion lost a little bit of hope and spirit, and you know, here we are at the end of that, 250 points later, and we got Barney on the kill cam.
Yeah, team killing. Not even just on the kill cam. He's team killing on the kill cam. But he won the race. We'll just point that out there. He got 33 kills. Dropped the 30 bomb. Luca must be pretty disappointed with himself. Just choked the 30 bomb there. But I sort of agree with you in the fact that once that timeout happened with Lakey, Integral just weren't able to really do anything about it. They didn't come back. They didn't really have the spirit. And so they started pulling out really random classes. I don't know what that was about. I mean, we saw some LMGs, we saw some sniper rifles coming out from Excite. I mean, yeah, he got a few kills with it, nice and all, but, you know, I don't think they really tried. After a point there, they were just like, look, we're not going to win this one. We just need to focus going into the next map, which is going to be an uplink. So I'm interested to see how this next one will play out. Hopefully we can get Lakey back in here. Whether or not we're changing host, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to be the case, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, that first map wasn't really a good, I guess, example of what each team is capable of, because at the end of that, as we saw, Barney was just taking the piss almost. He was just doing whatever. It was just doing what he felt like doing. It wasn't much seriousness in it. So I think really it's going to come down to whether or not we can get those that teamwork rolling for both squads. If either one really wants to make some good plays.
Yeah, and we're just going to see how that really plays out for this next map, of course, the uplink, because Lakey is back. They now can play, hopefully, in a 4v4 environment. We've got the map in question. I mean, we played it earlier, so it's going to be Biolab, if my memory serves correctly, followed, if needed, by Search and Destroy and Solar. Now, that first map, as you mentioned, it was incredibly one-sided, especially because of that 4v3. Now, has that lost them the series? No, it hasn't, because they can come back in uplink. They can then come back in Search and Destroy. Integral Rebellion really need to have that hope going strong for themselves, and if they can do that, possibly they can, you know, continue on with this series thus far. Either way, they need to be hoping that they're a strong uplink team, because last time I said that, Cruelty Incarnate just dominated that map. So I'm hoping that luck can go on forward, because I want to see another map 3. I want it to get interesting. I mean, we don't actually normally have the chance to actually go in and cast both semi-finals. So I want to be seeing map 3s of both of these semi-finals. Yeah,
same here, man. But one thing I must say, apparently
Lakey is consistently getting DDoSed, and so he's going to be appearing offline. And the only reason that the DDoSers know he's online is because of the stream. So that's a bit unfortunately. If that keeps happening, I'm not sure what the CG ruling is on that necessarily, but it's a very unfortunate case, very unfortunate scenario. But hopefully he can stay in the game, because it's definitely not what you want, consistent 3v3 scenarios. Whether or not they can still perform at that level, because we didn't really get a glimpse of that in the first map, that's a completely different question. So we're gonna have to see whether or not any changes can be made to their playstyle.
Does seem like these players might be looking to sort some things out or whatnot, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back soon with map number 2 in this series.
On the pavement, stars are reaching out, don't know what it's all about, it's all good.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Uplink on BioLab here in the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. Midweek number 5 semi-finals matchup between Integral Rebellion and the Faction AU. Scoreboard still needs to be updated, but it is currently 1-0 to the Faction AU. And you know, we saw a great game of Uplink last series. See if we can do it again once again on BioLab. COD Vision on for you all on board with Luca to open things off, as he did miss quite a few shots. But the kill feed still going off. Swift actually with a double kill, Barney with a single, Excite with the double kill, and finally Excite going down by the hands of Luca as he picks up the first touch of the ball.
Yeah, and look, it's going to come down to some of those passes that we saw in that last map, but you don't really want to compare them. These are 2 new squads, and they have 2 new play styles, hopefully. So, really, it looks like they're going for throws at the moment. I mean, before Luca had the ball, tried to make a massive throw, not able to do so, and then Lakey tried to make one as well. So, it seems to be the way of things to go in this uplink, I want to say, but it's gonna we'll see how it goes. Barney making a throw here, gets shut down. Satellite not gonna make it and falls out, or bounces rather out of bounds. Can he get the third play here? Luca not able to do so. Excite going to shut him down. Definitely an important kill there, as the Faction are trying to make some necessary passes. It doesn't seem like many are gonna happen here, as Vanish is just putting some very nice offensive work there in the top of his spawn. But as I say that, the uplink gets reset, and we're going to be going back to that stalemate. It is still, thankfully, it's still a 4v4 situation, as we have Lakey with the ball, trying to make some plays across the map. Not going to do it, so he's just going to throw it out of bounds. That's a good strategy in a lot of circumstances.
With the ball being reset, we're going to be seeing who's going to actually have that first touch on in. That is actually going to be Excite. Now, keep in mind, we are 2 minutes, or nearly 2 minutes over into this map, and we still haven't seen a point capture just yet. The ball was a little bit too far gone, and we're going to be seeing Lakey actually pick up the ball off Excite's long throw and actually get those 2 points in, making it now 2-0. Just as I was saying that no points were here scored. So now off the respawn there, Swift will pick up this ball, and he's going to try and push on down over into the bomb room. Now he'll get taken down. Vanish will pick up the ball, and he'll continue over in the opposite direction. And you know, they've got the lead so far, so all they need to do now is really hold it and just stop and deny the team of the Faction points in this overall. Into this overall map to stay in the series. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining here in the half, and of course the second half still to come. But I mean, 2-0 is not a very big scoreline either. Luke's going to pick up the ball, and so far, really the ball has been in the majority of the Faction's half. They really haven't been able to clear the ball out of there. And right now, Luke trying to push on down. He's got 2 players to contest. He's going to still duck past one. I don't know why he went back to contest that one. Either way, his teammates had his back. He's going to chuck the ball over into the ground now as he pushes on forward. He's still managing to stay alive somehow, some way. And now he's thrown the ball over into the front of the enemy's capture zone.
And that was a dangerous play. He was hoping a teammate could be there, but it just was not going to happen that way. I mean, in this game mode, what is Excite doing? But in this game mode, I think it really comes down to knowing where your teammates are. That is all important in being able to make some critical passes there. The ball reset once again, I think. Oh no, it wasn't reset, it was just thrown into its spawn location. But right now, the faction, as you said, not able to really get it past their half. When they do, Excite and Lakey are there to just stop them in their tracks. So amazing plays coming out of the Integral squad to stop any advancements for the faction. And I mean, that is exactly what they need to do. Once again, it is a massively small. That did not come out right. It is a very small margin. That's what I was trying to say there. But the faction don't have much work they need to do to get back in this. But in terms of the scoreline, but in terms of actually getting past Integral, that's going to be a challenge.
It is, and we'll see if Barney can actually secure this point at the moment. He's going to chuck the ball. It's going to go off the... No, it's not. It's going to roll back into the map, and it will be maybe jumped back on in there. 2-2 now becomes the score. And that was a lucky throw. I really thought that was going to roll off the map there, but lucky there was a slope because that rolled straight back out into the playing field. That got them those points. The gas containers over on the middle of green will get taken down as a punch over the barricade. Lakey is now waiting for this pass. He's waiting for the throw. He will get taken down there. Luke, the last one up for a moment. He takes down one kill. The ball's still on its original spawn point. Barney will pick that one up as he tries to push it forward over past the bomb room. Now he's going over to yellow. 22 seconds still remaining in this overall half as he pushes on down to get the kill. Now he's got a couple people pushing over to contest him. Unfortunately, three people too many for him to really handle. And with 10 seconds left, Perko is trying to go into a position I was going to say to maybe go into a good long throw, but unfortunately it was contested and doesn't seem like we're going to have any chance for that. So that's going to be the halftime ending at 2-2, and I really was expecting, rather, more than hoping, that a lot more points would actually be scored in this overall half, but that's just how close this game is. The players aren't getting enough opportunities because the other team's defense is just so well played.
And I mean, it looked like it was going to be a case where Integral just had to defend, but all of a sudden, the faction able to get that one in. Like, they snuck 2 points in there very nicely, and it's going to make it all that much harder for the Rebellion squad to come back into this one to get those points they need to be on top. But a very aggressive push coming in from the faction into the Biolab. Not going to happen for Excited. He was going to try and defend the White Hall there. So, at the start of this one so far, a couple players down for Integral. It is going to come down to a few kills here and there, and also working out whether or not you can get that teamwork sorted. Neither squad really having much luck at that last few minutes there of the first half to really get it into the opposition's half. But currently, 2v2 situation as some players are going down left and right, and Perko trying to make an advancement with his squad towards the opposition's uplink.
Perko's going to take down one as he rotates back over into the mid. Now the ball is in the hands of Luca as he's going over through that wide right angle. Now as you can see with the map, the ball has been dropped, but it has now been picked up by Vanish as he's trying to go on through. Perko tries to just provide a little bit of cover. Vanish goes in for the points, and he was able to get the throw in, making it now 3-2. 1 point is all they need for that lead, and they've got that one. They just need to work on these relays. Swift has the ball though, and he's going to be looking to pass it over into Luca. Now Luca, he's going to be waiting for his teammates to maybe try and capitalize on that play, but Luke just going to run straight past it. He's going to throw the ball into the glass, and of course, because the glass wasn't broken, it just bounced straight back. It did break the glass in the process, but back straight over into the room, and now it's in the hands of the Integral side as they're making the comeback off the back of that long throw there from Exciters. It's going to bounce off into Luca's hands.
And they're in a perfect position here. I mean, that one that they are in the lead could be the crucial 1 point that they need to take out this second map here. But Excite trying to spot Verenzen, and Luca, not going to happen for Verenzen. Oh, Luca, my gosh, Excite, you monster. Able to get those 2 kills. Not able to pick up the ball, but Lakey there to back him up in that process. Go for the massive throw here. Can he make it count? He does! Perfect throw there as the ball will reset, and currently Integral Rebellion are 2 points up with only 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. It is a good lead to have. It's not much, but it's enough, because with such a slow and steady map here, it's going to be hard, I think, for the faction to really get their foot in the lead there. I mean, they might come back into the tie and force a bit of an overtime, but getting into the lead is a completely different story here. They have 3 down, as I say that, but really, it is going to be so difficult for them to get back into this one.
Luke just going off with that double kill. Verenza and Swift, he picked off another couple of kills for themselves as well. They're just channeling the ball over through the connections over into the green side now as Luca gets past the ball and now he's going to go in for those points. So he's going to tie back up the scoreline. So those 2 single pointers from the team of Integral really just got caught back on up there from 1 2-pointer from the faction. So it was nicely played there by them. Swifty with the ball, of course, once again trying to go through into this connection side. They do seem to be liking to run in pairs, which is always a great thing. But of course, they need to plan it well with a couple of their players being able to clear out the floor quite early and quite easily for the ball carrier to really go on in for these points. Regardless, Vanish has this ball in hand. He's going to go ahead and chuck it on over into the roof, just allowing his team a couple more seconds to really catch back on up. As you see, it does have a 10-second cooldown. So it's going to be stuck on that roof for another 4 seconds. The teammate's going to respawn. They're going to try and maybe work on these kills, but unfortunately at the moment, all they're doing really at the moment is half dying, really. Half the team is dying, half the team is getting kills, and the ball is reset. So that's the important part.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's coming down to the kills for the faction. They just want to contain Integral as they can get their hands on the satellite and make a play with it. Just kills everywhere. Luca trying to make that one count, not able to do so. Swift with the ball in hand, going to try and run across and make a massive throw over green. If he makes that, that would be intense, but Excite there to reject him. Not going to happen. I think he passed it close to the spawn here of the faction. He did. It's not really going to help them because none of his teammates are anywhere near that capture point as he needs to throw it to Barney. Not able to happen there. Shots going down. That satellite's still suspended. I think nearly a team kill went down. Didn't happen, but with 30 seconds remaining, all of a sudden the faction have the lead here with 2 points in their favor. Excite has a massive job ahead of him if he wants to get his team back in the lead.
15 seconds left. It is still possible to catch back up here. Verenza will throw the ball back up into the air as it resets back over into its initial point. 10 seconds left. They could possibly go for a last-minute play, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. 5 seconds left. The ball has been dropped. Luke picks it up, and that is it. That is going to be game, set, and a match. The Faction AU will take that one out after a close-up link, 6-4. Keep in mind as well, the first half score was only 2-2, so it was even all the way down to those final 30 seconds where they were able to take down that lead. Now they're able to take down the overall series win at 2-0. Unfortunately, not the third map that I was after, but now they're going to advance to take on Abnormal in the grand final of the CyberGamer Events World ASTRO Championship Series, midweek number 5. Whereas the Integral Rebellion side will go into the bronze match to take on Cruelty Incarnate. We had 33 kills at the end there from Verenza, I do believe. So big shout out there for him for reaching that kill mark. But all six uplinks were from Luca. Now, he was able to get the assists and get the pass and get the setups there from the rest of his team. But he was the one to just go in and dunk it in or do what he needed to do to get these points on the board. And with those setups and as they worked as a team as well, they're able to secure that win and go on into the next round of the final round of this competition. So we're going to be seeing that next. We'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere because the grand final of the CGAWACS midweek number 5 is coming up next. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back soon.